Yeah. Our group name is VBC, which stands for Virus Border Control. The purpose of this presentation is informing audiences about the virus spreads by global warming. Furthermore, we would like to inform you about the effects on our own solutions. Luke, please tell us about our agenda.
Thank you, Clara. This is our agenda for today's slideshow. Firstly, how does global warming affect our lives? Secondly, the connection between global warming and viruses. And thirdly, our own solutions to combat these viruses.
So let's start with how does global warming affect our lives? Keep it at 1.5 degrees for the Earth. Have you ever heard of 7 years of critical time? This represents that there are only 7 years of peace left on Earth, and after that, serious climate change may occur. This specifically means that the current average global temperature should not exceed 1.5 degrees Celsius. As such, global warming is a phenomenon in which greenhouse gases in the atmosphere absorbs the energy from the Earth's surfaces and warms the Earth. So now let's understand what the greenhouse effect is. Greenhouse effect is a natural process that warms the Earth. When the sun's energy reaches the Earth, some is reflected back to space and rest is absorbed. And these absorbed energies help to keep our planet warm. However, the problem arises when the human activities like burning fossil fuels and deforestation increases the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere.
The world emits about 50 billion tons of greenhouse gases each year, the largest sector being the energy sector, taking up approximately 73.2%. Some examples are the fossil fuel industry, the hydrogen, and the nuclear energy industry. The second largest sector on this pie chart depicting the greenhouse gas emissions is the industry sector. Taking up over 5.2%, it plays a big role.
As global warming continues, the damage to humans are increasing. The examples are extinction of species, rise in sea levels, extreme weather, and the emergence of new viruses. Considering these numerous threats, we have identified the release of viruses as the critical issue. Therefore, we have chosen to focus this presentation about the spreads of viruses as a direct consequence of global warming, highlighting its potential impact and the urgency of addressing this challenge.
Among the 5 factors, loss of life and livelihoods, food and water problems, and increase in public health problems are deeply related to global warming. This trend can cause the widespread of viruses through mosquitoes and release ancient viruses due to glacier melting. Environmental problems such as floods and droughts are becoming severe, resulting in huge damages in many countries, especially developing ones.
Now we will move on to the connections between global warming and viruses. The first graph shows that the average temperature anomalies from 1980 to 2019. It shows the rapid growth over the past few decades. The first graph also shows that the 4 organizations that track the global temperature. Over the past few years, the globe has increased about 1.5 degrees from 1880. The second graph here shows the global temperature depends on the global warming level. Our globe is currently at 1.5 degrees, which means that the annual hottest day can reach up to the 3 degrees Celsius difference. Due to global warming, there has been an increase of mosquitoes worldwide. In detail, there has been an increase of mosquito habitats and mosquito populations all around the world. Over 700 million people are in contact and are affected by the mosquito-borne illnesses every year.
Now we'll move on to how polluted water affects viruses. Only about 3% of Earth's water is drinkable by humans, but due to global warming, the percentages are decreasing. Over the past 2 years, there has been a 10% increase in number of people consuming contaminated water. The important factor we focused on is landslides caused by global warming that carries out organic waste, threatening human hygiene, and finally leading to virus transmission. Global warming has contributed in rising sea levels too. Since 1880s, the continuous melt of glaciers has led to 8 to 9 inch sea level rise. After 1957, the glacier shrunk by 33 meters and there has been a 2,720 trillion kilogram weight loss. Ancient viruses that were once trapped inside the glaciers are now getting second chance of life.
Now let's move on to the topic of viruses and their evolution over time, especially related to global warming. Moving on the right side, this photo shows the global temperature increase with the red colored areas, showing the huge increase of temperature over the years. We divided the global warming effect into 3 main categories. First, increase of mosquitoes. Second, floods and droughts. Third, glacier melting. First of all, as global warming commences, we can anticipate on various viruses caused by mosquitoes. Luke?
Thank you, Ellie. As explained earlier, global warming accelerates the increase of the mosquito population. Thereby, you can expect more viruses spread by them. First, we have mosquito viruses. And what I mean by mosquito viruses is... Wait, Ellie, what is that in the air?
Wait. Is that a mosquito?
Yes, that is indeed a mosquito. Mosquitoes are vectors that transmit viruses across the globe. The main three viruses causing humanitarian dangers are the Zika virus, the malaria virus, and the dengue fever. The Zika virus causes 27,000 casualties per year. The malaria virus accounts for 241 million people, while the dengue fever has a total of 390 million casualties. Due to global warming, there has been an increase of floods worldwide, which can increase the amount of floods happening too. Water is vital for life, but also can transmit viruses like the norovirus, the rotavirus, and the hepatitis E virus, also known as HEV. These viruses not only contaminate nearby water sources with organic matter, but also can cause severe health issues. To combat these viruses, it is important to focus on effective water treatment, have high standards of personal hygiene. By implementing these measures, we can ensure the protection of our most precious resource, water.
We are uncertain about what these viruses could have, but they're getting released into the atmosphere and making contact with other organisms. The examples are Tibetan virus, Mollivirus severicum, and the filovirus. Tibetan virus can be found near the Tibetan glaciers. Mollivirus severicum and the filovirus can be found near the North Pole. The graph here shows the number of natural disasters and global pandemics starting to skyrocket. Over 620 natural disasters has increased for 40 years. Global warming plays a huge part in these occurrences affecting human and agricultural life. This can conclude that we need to raise awareness in global warming, highlighting its potential impact and its hidden effects to make innovative solutions for the future.
Now, we are going to move on to how can we prevent these viruses, the limitation, and lastly, our team solution. Given the possible increase of mosquito population due to global warming, the efficient control of mosquitoes could prevent the spread of viruses and reduce their impacts. Following examples are current solutions for mosquito viruses and the limitations. First, ways to prevent mosquito bites indoors. These methods are primarily effective indoors and may not be practical for outdoor environments. Second, eliminating the environmental factors where mosquitoes can live. However, these methods can be challenging in both terms of time and cost on an individual level.
So these are our solutions we've devised for mosquito viruses. First, mosquito repellent accessories. It consists of 70 beads and urethane string to repel mosquitoes. Second, mosquito repellent wet wipes. It will contain scents such as cinnamon or cardamom that mosquitoes avoid. Third, washing clothes with scented detergent or wearing clothes made up of mosquito repellent materials.
So this is one of our solutions, mosquito repellent accessories. These accessories serve not only as decorative items, but also as mosquito repellent accessories by emitting scents that mosquitoes avoid. By adding scented oil to silver round beads, people can use it very easily, and this could help prevent the spread of mosquito viruses and reduce their impacts.
So these are correct solutions for aquatic viruses. First, utilizing Waka water. However, it can be challenging in terms of both time and cost for an individual level. Second, filtering polluted water. However, it can be costly for those in poor condition and it can't be filtered automatically. Lastly, the filter's duration is short as it is blocked after prolonged use. Third, avoiding infected seafood. It is difficult to determine if the food has been infected, and completely abstraining from seafood is nearly impractical. So these are our solutions for aquatic viruses. First, putting UV light stick. It is small, portable, and emits UV light that kills most of aquatic viruses. Second, purification cup. As the water is poured into a cup, it goes through the filter and gets purified automatically. Third, inserting a coated tablet. This tablet will contain natural materials such as coconut activated charcoal that helps to absorb and remove harmful substances from the liquid.
Our group experimented on the potentials of UV light purification. Firstly, we collected 2 pond water samples. One was exposed to UV light for an hour, while the others served as control. Our hypothesis was that the ultraviolet light would remove the harmful microorganisms within the water. They were both cultured in a petri dish for 2 days and analyzed under a microscope. The results show that the potential of UV light purification by reducing the significant amount of waterborne viruses within the water.
So as we mentioned before, global warming plays a huge role in melting glaciers, resulting in emergence of ancient viruses. To prevent this from happening, we would like to suggest a solution for this problem, which is covering the ice with insulated clothes. However, this method can be only used in a small portion of ices, and people should consider the time and cost needed to cover all the glaciers.
To combat carbon emissions and global warming, our group decided to launch a tumbler campaign that encourages the youth to use tumblers. This will give them an opportunity to lead their own future in a sustainable way. In addition, we have conducted several experiments on the effectiveness of insulated cloth, like Tyvek, covering them in ice and checking their melting rate. In our survey with 108 participants, this shows their understanding of global warming. Many are aware that global warming is becoming a global issue and are willing to change to practical and sustainable practices, such as using tumblers instead of disposable products. This shift is crucial for reducing greenhouse gas emissions around the world.
During our glacier conservation, we tested how different materials affect the rate of ice melt. First, ice under microfiber melted in 3 hours, but ice under Tyvek melted much slower, exhibiting its strong reflective and insulating properties. However, in marine experiments, ice with Tyvek melted much faster due to its insulation. These findings highlight the critical role of material selection in conservation efforts and potentials of natural materials such as Tyvek.
From its definition to its extensive dynamics, we've identified the human lifestyle as the main reason behind global warming, with carbon emissions and disposable products being the key contributors. This phenomenon not only escalates the temperature fluctuations, but also increases in natural disasters, mosquito population. It can lead to various viruses spreading and leading to the extinction of various species. Consequently, the most fundamental way to combat global warming is changing our lifestyles. Join us and make a difference with our Caring for Our Environment initiative, which was active for 30 weeks, aiming to foster a sustainable future. Make a difference.
Caring for our environment.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was a very interesting presentation. A very short question, maybe. No, for me. For the audience. If there is anyone. No. Thank you very much.
Thank you.